Assalamu alaikum, dear Sebastians. I hope you would be fine and working hard on your online teaching lectures. Here's your teacher Rawal Ahmed, and today I'm going to tell you something about sports because I know that all of you are extremely interested in sports. So the personality which we are learning about today is also relevant to the sports, and actually that personality belonged to a very humble beginning, and he was just an ordinary boy born as Cassius Clay, Kentucky in 1942. What happened? As I told you that he belonged to a poor family. One evening he came back to his home and he found that he had lost his bicycle. He became very furious because that bicycle was so dear to him. He did not want to lose it. He did the same which any ordinary boy would have done. He reached to the police station and reported the crime. And he was so furious that he just exclaimed in front of the policeman that I want to beat that thief. Hearing this, the policeman, whose name was Joe Martin, became impressed by that boy and just said, boy, if you really want to beat that thief, for that you need to learn some fighting skills before. If you're really interested, come to my fighting and fitness club. I'll teach you. Dear students, boys, therefrom this great champion took off. So he started going to that fitness fighting club and he started learning his skill. At the age of 18, his skills got so much groomed that he participated in a fighting competition. And that fighting competition was named Golden Gloves Tournament in 1959. And to a surprise for everyone, he won that tournament. But his achievements did not stop there. He started becoming greater and greater boxer. The next competition he won that stunned his entire country was that he won the Olympics championship of 1960 and he defeated the world champion Peter Kowalski. When he came back to his country, America, he was welcomed as a national hero. But life is not as simple as it seems. There are so many big achievements, there are big troubles as well. And the life of this hero was also like this. His career was rising, he was becoming a greater and greater champion. His next fight was with Sonny Liston in 1964. That made him the world heavyweight champion. So he had become the champion, but his life had to face many challenges. He was satisfied, happy from his achievements. And another satisfaction that he received in that phase of his life was his acceptance of Islam. He joined an American Muslims League that named Nation of Islam, and he converted himself from a Christian to a Muslim. The change of his faith bestowed more blessings on him and he won more competitions. But the challenges of his life increased. He had already faced racial discrimination in his life because he was a black American. But now he had to face some religious discrimination as well, which he faced later on when Vietnam War started. For this very war in which America and Vietnam, these both countries were drawn upon each other, America was recruiting many soldiers and fighters, and Muhammad Ali, now whose name was changed from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali, was also asked to participate in that war. As per his faith and beliefs, he refused to participate in that war. And he had to face the result. What was the result? He was banned from boxing, and his all titles, his championships, his achievements were taken back from him. His prime time got wasted. 3.5 years of his prime time of his sporting career were wasted. And eventually he returned back in 1970 after a pardon from the authorities. He achieved many titles later on. He won a great boxing championship that was named the greatest fight of the century. He won that, but at the end of later 70s, his career started declining. He used to win many fights, but he also started losing some fights. And eventually, in 1981, he took retirement because of his trembling. But dear boys, that trembling was not ordinary trembling. He left the boxing because he felt that my body starts trembling so many times, most often whenever he tries to fight. But the trembling was not an ordinary trembling. He was suffering from a disease, and that disease named as Parkinson's disease. Now about this disease, you will be told by your biology teacher of Bagh, Sir Majeed.
Assalamualaikum dear students. Thank you, Sir Rawal. This disease, Parkinson's disease, is mainly a brain disorder or the nervous disorder. In this disorder, normally the neurons of our brain, they fail to produce a special neurotransmitter, that is dopamine. So in the decreased level of dopamine, our normal body fails to coordinate properly. Dear students, this Parkinson's disease mainly occurs due to the trauma in the head. And what are the specific signs and symptoms of this disease? That in this disease there is slowing down of the body movement, stiffness in the body, stammering or the slurring in the speech, and tremors normally occur in the one side of the body. Tremors, remember students, tremors are the main symptoms which occur during the Parkinson's disease, and due to this Muhammad Ali was unable to play and carry on its career. I hope you have understood the Parkinson's disease. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Sir Rawal. Please, if you have a submission, please come back.
Thank you, Sir Majeed, for explaining so well about Parkinson's disease, and I hope now every suggestion will understand very clear that what was disease that affected Muhammad Ali so bad that he had to discontinue his career. So dear students, I hope that you would have understood all the article very well, and the question answer worksheet will be shared with you on this article in your WhatsApp group of grade 10. So keep in touch, take care of yourself and the people around you. Allah Hafiz.